some of the greatest showbiz trains for the last 30 years. He's an ex-member of Parliament, one of the most colourful characters in Parliament. It's been written that parliaments all around the world can be filled nigh with pimps and liars and drunks and ne'er-do-wells. So, needless to say, from me, that Fred Daly tonight feels very much at home on this panel. Make him welcome Fred Daly.
Mr. Speaker and honourable members, old habits die hard. I thought Bert was going very well early. I did enjoy it. I could have listened to him for a long time until he finished rather badly. But I should probably address him as the King of Moomba, shouldn't I? Because that's more the appropriate term for him. But I want to tell you of my first meeting with the gentleman we're roasting tonight, Don Lane, the celebrity, as we know him on TV. I thought he's something like a poor man's Malcolm Fraser. But I thought tonight I'd tell him that, you know, I've seen performers too where I come from. There's a lot of them there. They're well paid. You should have a good look at them now and again, because you meet the salaries. And I compare them to Don Lane, and we've got a lot up there, I think, just as good as him. I think Billy McMahon's in his class, as a matter of fact. And, for instance, wouldn't it be better if he placed Don's week show here with Malcolm Fraser laughing and joking about his $600 bed in New York and dreaming that life wasn't meant to be easy? And couldn't you get enthralled instead of having Don here with a Philip Lynch lesson on real estate, low-cost housing for people? And what about Premier Don Dunstan, complete in a chef's cap and apron, with Peter Russell Clark and a cookery and wine session, and throwing in a Dunstan cookery book and an ALP policy for seasoning ever so often? And then, of course, you could get Bielke Peterson with full police guard and band singing Tramp, 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 the Boys Are Marching. Now, don't you think Don's not in their class? I hate to say these things. He's a friend of mine in a strange kind of way. But the fact of the matter is that I felt I should show you the comparison of the performers I was with and the artists I was with. They were big time, well paid, performed well, couldn't be seen. And that's the atmosphere Don should parade in. And that's the way he should work. I wish him well. I'm delighted to have said these few complimentary remarks about him. I'm delighted to join Paul Hogan and Bert Newton and David Frost and to place on record how much I appreciate his turns, but I would say that I live in Canberra. We're terribly fortunate we can't see him. That's right. The only time I see him is when I'm with him, and I thought I'd say these few kind words as I enjoy his company, but his show, it just doesn't appeal to we strict people in Canberra, and that's why tonight this complimentary remarks presents me with a great opportunity to place on record my views of Don Lane, whom I like personally, but must be truthful about.
Fred Daly. We're back with more on